Men, is there no bee in your bonnet? Do you wish you had a mate who would eat and devour you? Do you wish you could get into her honeypot? Then Palanegra is for you. That's right. Brought to you by Hypochondrico. Palanegra will put the stiff back in your stinger. It'll put stripes in your coat. It'll... Really? Do we really have to do this?
Cut! Cut! Look, Russ, this is the deal that we cut. If we want to keep doing cinematic for the people, especially with the improvements, then we're going to have to get permission from the current rights holder, which is Hypochondrico.
But do we even know if this stuff even works?
I'll try it! I'll try it!
No! I mean, there's no way we're giving this stuff to you. I mean, we don't even know what the hell we'll even do to you.
And what you might possibly do to the women.
Oh, man!
So, you know, this is what we need to do to keep doing the show. So get with the program.
Men, is there no bee in your bonnet? Do you wish you had a mate who would eat and devour you? Do you wish you could get into her honeypot? Then Palanegra is for you. That's right, brought to you by Hypochondrico. Palanegra will put the stiff back in your stinger. It'll put stripes on your coat. It'll get you back into her hive. I hate my life.
What the hell is this, man? God damn it! What the hell is this?
All right, fine, okay, all right, I get it. I technically sold us out, but I sold us out because we all agreed the last episode when we did Space Transformers that we needed better movies, and there were all sorts of other expenses, like we had to pay for that surgery for Mike and Russ's hair transplants, and costs have come up. So Hypochondrico was offering us a giant sack of money, technically, possibly, maybe, eventually a giant stack of money, in order to let them have minor creative input on the movies that we choose and some of the host segment topics. So...
minor, tiny, maybe...
yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. So anyway, the movie that Hypochondrico has delightfully suggested that we view this week is Invasion of the Bee-Girls. It's a, see, I have a little pop-up thing now. That's part of
the new... hell is that?
That's one of the new things that they gave us. I can make stuff appear, right? I can do it over here, too. Anyway, so Invasion of the Bee-Girls is a 1960s, 70s sexploitation romp thing, science cautionary tale. There's all sorts of science going horribly wrong. Speaking of science going horribly wrong, Cinematic for the People is brought to you by Hypochondrico. Word to your mother. especially if your mother is over 65 and qualifies for Medicare, as she may be eligible for hypochondriacos Part B subsidies. Anyway, so this week's movie, Invasion of the B-Girls.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see here. Because they've replaced the old DOS system, I've got to do this with the touchscreen interface now, so give me a second here.
Well, this is fantastic.
There we go. Alright, guys, first movie of Series 2. Let's punch this donkey!
Woohoo!
Is that the donkey?
Well, can't really think of a better term for her. Angry old fat lady?
Oh, she's just tired.
Somebody punched her!
Here it is.
John Doe.
John Doe's a legitimate name, Captain Peters.
My mustache
His
begs
wife
to
was in the
disagree.
bed. His name was Grabowski.
Isn't he a football player?
Well, the music says that whatever that was important, but I have no idea what's going on.
Apparently Mr. Grabowski is giving out donkey punches.
Hey, wow, a computer.
Look, they're printing the plot out right now.
Meanwhile, on City Alpha 5.
That's right, this movie brought to you by Delta, who has paid a small fortune to make sure TWA was prominently featured in it.
Just one more question, Mrs. Grabowski. I know how difficult this must be.
Does my hair look natural?
Did your husband have
One
any
more question.
previous history of heart trouble?
No.
Does she comb her hair with an egg beater?
Anything else?
Among other things, coronary thrombosis.
Also, I want to say this barbecue was delicious.
A clot in the right and left ventricle, formed by coagulation of the blood.
Why are they performing the autopsy in an attic?
Was he fooling around?
Was he ever?
Well, was he?
Is it just me, or does anybody else keep expecting the music any moment to break out into Lupin the Third? I'm gonna guess that's just me then.
Remember.
Like I said, I was in the room next door, but I didn't hear anything. Not a sound.
Are you sure, Mr. Ferris? Think carefully.
Well, except maybe for one thing.
Go ahead.
They left the TV
It's alright,
on.
you can tell my
Remember what was
mustache.
playing?
No, it was after it went off the air, I mean. I could hear it humming.
Be honest. Speak to me, tiny mustache.
Yeah. You remember what time that was?
Oh, about 10 p.m., I guess. I don't know.
Anything else? Sheriff Department.
No, that's everything.
Well, thank you very much for your cooperation, Mr. Ferris. We know how to get in touch with you.
They have all that written down.
I've got it. We'll be right over.
I can't believe you believe me.
Oh. I don't know if it means anything, but check the local TV stations. Right. What's the matter?
They just found another body.
Wow, traffic's really light.
It's almost like they're dropping like flies, or bees, or get aphids. I'm not really sure where I was going with this.
Remember. Jeez, I keep doing that.
Hi. What can I do for you?
A back rub would be nice.
State Department Security.
Oh, yeah. All right, it's been a madhouse around here. Somewhere in this madhouse...
A madhouse! A madhouse!
Oh, that's okay. Could I take a look at the Grabowski file, please?
Oh, yeah. When the stitches come out,
They're out.
I've been briefed. They asked me to help keep you out of trouble. What happened?
Paperless society,
much
my
here.
ass.
I guess they sent me down on this one. It looks like an easy one after that last one.
That's what I figured. I don't know what the government wants in this one for. It seems innocuous enough.
The last one, I wound up having to put my partner, who turns out was actually a commie spy, into a wood chipper. It was actually really an incredibly interesting story and would have made a much better movie than
Heart
this.
attack, massive coronary. I'll schedule an autopsy.
Is somebody a brand, Captain?
No, kid at the factory. You think the government wants in that one, too? Was there all the time.
Kid with heart failure? Thanks, Cap.
Background music by the All Xena Choir.
Hi.
Neil Agar, I'm expected.
Okay. Sorry, it's through the double door.
Thank you.
How do they force her to work in the dark? Jeez.
Hey, Mom, I was in the movie. Yeah, they're filming my scene right now. It was so awesome. It was just really cool. He came right by and...
And she was never seen again.
That, at this point, probably could only be a boon for her acting career. Neil scared of rows of books. Books make the learning smart. Neil confused.
Hey, I'm really sorry. This place is really impressive. Who's in charge?
I am.
Really?
Yes.
But you're a woman!
Well, I'm Neil Agar, State Department Security. I'm here to investigate Professor Grabowski's death.
What can I do for you?
Well, you assisted him, didn't you, on his bacteriological warfare report?
That's right.
Could I see the file, please?
That's highly confidential information.
Whether he could see the file or not?
May I see your clearance?
Oh, so that's what they're calling it nowadays.
Now, may I see the file, please?
So they put knickknacks on their shelves and books on their desks.
Huh.
That's government bureaucracy for you. Ha ha! That is an unhealthy amount of paper clips for anybody to have in their desk.
Gene Roddenberry?
Looks more like a chinless Jay Leno.
That's just part of the job. But you were the last person to see him alive, and you had dinner with him on the night.
So it's your job to just rifle through people's
Why do you say murdered?
belongings?
Sorry.
Hey, he's
Well, we
Neil
had dinner that
goddamn
night,
Agar.
whenever
If
we
he
were
wants to
playing,
rummage
we
through
had
her
dinner.
drawers, he is going to rummage through her
Gretchen knew about it.
drawers.
Gretchen,
While she's wearing them, in fact.
how convenient.
That was the implication.
All right. You might as well know. We went to dinner at the Flamingo Bar and Grill. And by about
Fancy.
10 o'clock, we were playing the easies under the table and having dessert. like the good old days. And then we went to the motel, and then it happened.
What happened?
We bawled, and we bawled, and we bawled, till he dropped dead.
Touché.
So you didn't actually have
Let's
sex
go to
with him then? Whoa, whoa, Nicolas Cage, put it away.
That can't be hygienic.
Ow! Oh, wait, she's wearing boots. I forgot.
Right in the poison ivy.
Oh, that's a snake. Oh, that's a prickly bush. Oh, that's a squirrel. Oh, this is an... Oh, I think that's poop. That's... Why do we keep going? I can't stop. Momentum can't stop rolling.
Ah! Barbed wire! Ah!
And I'm spent.
Well, now I have to go get another one.
It's a small town, Mr. Mayor. Nothing ever really happens here. So we have to find ways to amuse ourselves. We never really get a chance to get down to L.A. There are a lot of sex games that go on here. Wife swapping and a lot of related nonsense. Scientists really aren't any different from the rest of humanity. Just a bit more inventive is all. Excuse me. Am I boring you, Mr. Edgar?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I bet she has those glasses just so she can take them off dramatically.
All of Jack's friends are notorious Don Juans.
Do you know that from your own personal experience?
Still doing your job, Mr. Edgar?
Do me a favor, will you? Just call me Neil.
Kneel before Neil.
Patience.
That's Dr. Murder. He's head of reproductive biology. His pet
Dr.
project
Murder?
is,
I'm
study
immediately
of the
suspicious
two-way
of him.
transmission of sensory sexual information. He's quite alone, though. I've yet to see him in the company of a woman.
What's with Yoko Ono in the background there?
Was he straight?
I haven't the vaguest.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would, actually.
Meanwhile, in a completely different movie.
Well, at least we can't see what's happening.
It's okay. This is the 70s. It's probably just like two Wookiees going at it.
Oh, Eddie, can't you wait?
Jesus Christ!
I didn't know this was going to be a three-way.
Yeah, when he said he had a stiffy waiting back in his room for her, I don't think that's what she expected.
I didn't know Grabowski had a bad heart.
Oh. No one did. I sure like to meet the girl he was with. Hmm? At least there couldn't have been too much pain involved. I mean, how would you classify that? Accidental manslaughter? You know what I've always hoped? What? That when my time comes, it'd be a few seconds of ecstasy. And then, oblivion.
Foreshadowing.
Think about it, boys.
That happens a lot when you're
Everything's
taking
going
ecstasy.
at the same time.
That's right. Blow the end of your penis out like one of the cartoon shotguns after Bugs Bunny sticks his finger into it. That sounds fantastic.
Yes, this is she. It's very important we have a talk.
Great, now all I can think of Bugs Bunny sticking his finger into penises.
husband very well. Who? I was the last person to see him alive.
Yeah, what's up, Dick?
You know what I mean? I was with him in the motel.
I don't know what you're talking about. My husband never...
Don't lie to yourself. It's very important we meet. It's a matter of his good name. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
To be honest, he didn't really have that good of a name. I mean, it was an okay name, but...
I, for one, I'm gonna miss him.
To Bill Brasky! Bratsky!
You gentlemen mind if I join you? Please, sit down. Thank you. I'm Neil Agar, State Department Security.
Christ, they didn't fly you all the way here for this, did they?
Well, Professor Grabowski was involved in government research, wasn't he?
Oh, I know, but God almighty, every time somebody gets a nosebleed, you guys run a security check.
Well, doing what you...
I mean, a few people die, and you just gotta make a big deal out of it.
You didn't watch Grabowski?
Happens all the time.
And there was that one time when all those people had nosebleeds, and it turned out that we'd accidentally invented the bird flu. I mean, that was... We laughed and laughed.
Right.
And...
Stan Williams, genetics.
Stan Williams.
This is Aldo Ferrara, head of Department of Diagnostics and Clinical Biometrics.
Glad to meet you.
Thank you.
He made his shirt out of an awning.
Naturally, we're quite upset. Jack. He was a very special man.
Yeah, we're trying to get as much booze as we can racked up on Grabowski's tab before they close
Very
it.
good friends.
Should happen to me.
That could be arranged.
Who's the lady?
Valentine's on the rocks.
Dr. Susan Harris.
She runs the Comprehensive Entomological Lab along with Dr. Norstad, who heads the department.
It's all right. It's all right. Let him get an eyeful of her, because that's all he's going to get.
It's coming, Olive. Iceberg. Iceberg.
Remember, boys, there's always the 6/7 below the surface.
I believe what I'm insinuating is that she has a lot of junk in her trunk.
If anyone can help you with Grabowski's preliminary state of health...
They look like they're just about ready.
Good.
Yeah, so for the next step, we put the mice in the blender. And then the cure for polio comes out over here. It's fantastic. Science!
Science! Science!
Aloha.
Oh, the most appropriately placed speaker ever.
Hello. I didn't see you there.
Thanks.
No, really, it's kind of dark out here. Hey, you having some trouble?
Nothing you couldn't fix, officer.
I need somebody to rotate my tires.
It may sound ridiculous, but could it be some form of epidemic?
It's a very tough question to answer, Jim. Now, each death is perfectly normal in itself.
Well, what about a 21-year-old boy that dies of thrombosis? Isn't that just a little unusual?
True. But there's nothing else we can attribute it to. At least it showed up in our autopsy.
You keep talking about sexual exhaustion. Javier didn't even have a history of heart trouble.
Neither did Dr. Lyons.
Well, Grabowski. I don't know what to tell you, Jim. It's as much a mystery to me as it is to you.
Great.
If only we had an actual coroner here in this town.
I don't think we have any choice. We got 2 men dead at Brant in the last 2 days. A little too much of a coincidence. Keep me posted, will you, please?
Well, let's dig in.
Keep him posted. I'd love to, if I knew what the hell was doing it.
Doing it is the problem.
The meeting will come to order, please. Captain Peters?
Thank you. Now, as you all probably know, we've had 8 deaths in the last 3 days. I've tried to compile a list here and fix the actual locations of the bodies where we found them. Let me see now. Pardon me. Yes. There have been 2 scientists, a policeman,
Interestingly
a
enough,
worker,
if you draw a line
barber,
between
gas
all of
station
the places,
attendant, a real
it
estate
forms
broker,
a
and
giant penis
a
and
grade school
balls.
teacher. You can see there doesn't seem to be any occupational correlation involved here. However, there are 3 points of uniformity.
The butcher,
I would
the
like to
baker,
bring
and the
out
candlestick maker
underline
have been
for
put
you.
into protective custody.
1, all the victims have been men. 2, all the men have been residents of Peckham. And 3rd, they've all died apparently, and I'd like to stress the word apparently, by overexhaustion in the act of sexual intercourse.
And I'd like to stress the word intercourse.
I've asked
What we're saying is they died with
to express
erections.
his opinions to us because the possibility was thought to exist
Dr.
that some
Murder kinda looks
virulent
like
form
Dave
of
Foley.
venereal disease has been responsible.
It looks a little more like Cheech.
Venereal disease, which as many of you are undoubtedly aware. Louder! Venereal disease.
All right, hold on a second,
which,
guys.
as many
We're
of
gonna
you are
take
undoubtedly
it out
aware,
of here.
has swelled.
Hang on a second.
Mike, have you noticed something? Did you take Polynegra?
Of course he took Polynegra. He's an idiot.
God. I mean, have you thought, when those things are growing out of your head, how are you ever going to wear a hat again? And have you thought about if you're going to get compound vision?
Well, it's not like he could fit a normal hat on his head anyway.
I suppose there's that, but...
I'm not really thinking much of anything at the moment, except maybe, springtime and
Well,
flowers.
how many did you take?
How many did...
5? Okay, that's a bit disturbing.
All right. How many did you take?
Oh yeah, I could take another one. It's time for another.
Mike,
Stop. No. Hey,
No.
okay, I got one here too. They sent one to yeah, it says you're only supposed to take half a tablet every 6 hours and to immediately go to the emergency clinic if you have a venous infection.
I'm feeling a bit of a buzz.
I'm thinking that this may qualify as a venous infection.
Yeah, I agree. Mike, don't take any more. Put the... There he goes. Mike. Mike, over here, buddy. Come on.
Oh God, that's horrifying.
Oh boy. Mike. CFTP to Mike. Oh man.
All right.
This
Maybe.
is gonna take a while.
Hey, Mike. There's all sorts of pretty girls in the movie. You want to go back to the movie now?
Yeah, let's
you
go
want to go back to the movie?
Yeah.
All right. You be if you were in this movie.
Louder! Venereal disease.
I don't think that was a
many of
person
you
in the
are
audience. I think
undoubtedly
that was the sound guy. It was like,
swelled.
louder! And they left it in.
Has swelled to epidemic proportions in the United States and in Western
Speaking
Europe.
of swelling,
Frankly,
Huge,
I have never
throbbing
come in contact
proportions.
with or heard of any form of venereal disease which could result in the types of deaths we have encountered
Why,
here.
we might have to erect quarantine zones.
I have a theory so complex and so puzzling that even to suggest it before I have the evidence. Therefore, in the interim, let me suggest a course of action, that a curfew, possibly sundown, be set up. Now,
Oh yeah,
let me
let's
put it
lock
this way,
everybody
to
in their
civic,
homes. That's going to
union,
cause
and
less
religious leaders in
screwing
this
going
community.
on.
I must stress the importance of total, I repeat,
can't go to the bar and drink. What do we do?
sexual abstinence.
Hold them!
Now, just hold it right there. This is the stupidest damn thing I've heard of yet.
We've got trouble right here in River City.
From balling, and you don't even know what's caused it. Now, I agree with Sam here that you guys over at Brantwood's done it. Right. One of your goddamn experiments backfired on you, probably.
Me and my Fox News affiliates aren't going to stand for this.
Screw my old lady, or anybody else for that matter. Now, if we have to listen to some more crazy ideas, I'm leaving.
All right, just wait a minute.
It's Alex Jones Sr.
Or dictate your private morals. Even if we wanted to, I don't think we could. All the man is doing is coming here and expressing a few opinions on how maybe we could save our lives.
In fact, a lot of the men are coming here.
That isn't too much to ask. You sit down and listen, is it?
You gotta be kidding. What about that up there? Huh? You want us not to have that all? Yeah, you kidding. What are you gonna do when you get home tonight, huh? What are you gonna do? Huh? Crawl in? Hey, bird.
Excuse me, Stan.
Apparently going to go to the bathroom when you get home at night.
They're in dire need of an interior decorator.
That's not all they're in dire need of.
Abstinence isn't going to be anything new around here.
Wah, wah, wah,
I
wah,
was positive it was going to kill you. I'd do it.
You know, those queers over at Brant's, they must think I'm plumb nuts. If they think I'm going to give an order like that one to our rank-and-file membership.
You tell them, bro.
You know, being chairman of Local 723 may not mean a hell of a lot to those brains over at Brant's, but damn it, at least I got a little common sense.
Yeah, that's right. Shoot him tonight, yeah.
Now, me and you boys, we've gone along with a lot of dumbass ideas in these last couple of years, but this one takes the cake.
That's for sure.
Now, those guys,
The cake's
they
a
freeze
lie.
wages, and we got to lie down and take it. Well, damn it, they ain't going to freeze anything else. You guys with me? All right.
That guy could probably use less cake anyway.
Straight to it.
Does that mean that there's a new corral?
Mr. Braddock,
Yeah?
I'm Gretchen Grabowski. I believe you knew my late husband. Mind if I walk with you?
Oh, that's just compounding the
But
problem.
this is where Murger said he'd meet us.
You know, Freud said the idea of dying during or just after the sex act has an ambivalent appeal. You see, men, for the most part, have a desire for it, but on the other hand, they fear it. It's true, like, there is such a thing as psychosomatic death. Okay, let's say that the first two deaths really were genuine cardiac arrests, okay?
The first
Now,
two
who knows what
deaths were
dormant in our
genuine
fantasies
cardiac
that would stir up?
arrests.
You know what we might have here? Mass hysteria.
You don't really believe any of that, do you?
No.
I don't believe anything that I say, really. But let's put that theory to practice anyway.
Apparently, his abstinence total policy is does not apply to him.
You're listening to Get It On 93.3, providing smooth jazz to all. Never mind. Cutting some chase music now.
Run, Cheech, run!
It's Carr!
Carr, no!
What's that?
Let's take a look.
God forbid he runs somewhere the car can't go.
There's nowhere the car can't go.
Ooh, I hate to see Dr. Murder split.
Jesus, it's Dr. Murger.
Oh my God, they're killing him!
Someone is killing Dr. Murder?
Irony!
Call Peters.
Well, at least he's living up to his name.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks, babe.
Here you go.
Yeah, fortunately, I wasn't hit by a car.
Find a
Aha.
perimeter, what's left
Hi,
of the
Neil
thing, but the
Agar.
bridge is out
What
on the
happened?
old highway. Empty.
Empty.
Makes 9.
This car was driven by a ghost! It's a ghost! Going around having sex with people and then murdering them!
We found him with his pants around his
Crazy,
ankles instead of a massive
just
you-know-what.
might work.
All right, all right. Natives are getting restless.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Hey, look, take some of your men and find out whose car that was, will you?
Yeah, I already figured on doing that. Yeah, I know you government heroes don't expect us local yokels to be able to do anything by ourselves, but we get along all right.
Wait, where's this coming from? I thought we were friends.
I know you got a job. I got a job, too.
Right.
They're now
Hey,
3 men dead.
Captain, it's not like 9, 10, 11 people in your town have been murdered already. Oh, wait, yeah, they have.
Right.
That's what,
Sorry,
like
too. We're uptight. You're uptight,
10%
I'm
of the
uptight.
population
We're
of this
uptight.
podunk crap hole?
Really?
They're dropping like flies, Igor. They're dropping like flies.
Yes, flies. That's it.
It's got a motor. It's got a motor.
Da 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 da.
Yeah, hello, operator. I want area code 202, State Department 415.
Let's go, officers. Everybody, home. Come on now, it's all over.
Just call me back here.
I'm sorry, Mr. Agar. It turns out State Department
code
aren't
805.
numbers.
259-9035. That's right, 9035.
Now he's just saying numbers. It's like 7, 9, 4, yellow,
Looks like this is gonna take a while. Why don't you wait in the car?
orange.
Okay, where is it?
I kind of miss
Well, I'm
phone
right behind.
booths.
All right.
Be with you in a minute.
Yellow. Yes, Neil Agar.
See, there goes yellow. I told you.
Mr. Secretary? Yes, sir. I'm sorry to wake you up, sir.
Take a baker's dozen, that's
Now, girls want to play rough, huh? Is that it? Get it. That's it. She's a cutie pie. Don't juggle, baby. Don't fight it. Yeah, come on.
Yes,
Restless.
I know
These
murder
natives are
wasn't like the others,
douchebags.
but that doesn't necessarily rule out a pattern. Yes, I know, sir.
Does this actually take place on the Jersey Shore?
I don't know why, but I...
See,
but
the
I'm
thing
sure
is,
it's
his
connected with
Neil
crime.
Agar senses are tingling right now, but he can't tell if that's just an infection or...
Get you some of that. Warm it up a little. All right. You get you some of that. Woo-hoo!
Yes, I'd recommend that we put up a military quarantine and cordon off this community. Right, sir. Well, thank you, sir.
You're telling me you can't hear what's going on like 10 feet away?
Right. Good night, sir.
Not over the sound of how awesome he is.
You managed to do me, and there's 2 more fellows here that'd like to have a crack at it. Or maybe they just might cut you open and examine you as a medical phenomenon.
That's a big word for him.
You know, if they know that having sex is killing people, then this is the weirdest way to commit suicide ever.
Suddenly, kung fu action!
Well, at least the hero is actually doing something.
Like, here, now I'm gonna pull off his shirt and expose his boob, and then I'll hold him down while you rape him. Then we'll be even, right? That's how this works, right? No, I'm just gonna punch him repeatedly. Yeah, stop it, it's my turn! Kill, kill, kill! Kill, crush, destroy, swag!
Print!
I have a theory, so complex and so puzzling.
They really need to clean out their inbox.
I have a theory. It could be bunnies.
This does have a Night of the Lepus feel to it.
I'm pretty sure if you came out of this only having had caught Lepus, you're probably ahead of the curve.
Ding dong!
This shelf has an itty-bitty glory hole in it.
In a really awkward position.
Speaking of awkward...
Looks like Mr. Tubness has quite the nightlife.
I don't even want to know where he's been sticking those doves.
Freeze!
Dear Neil, by the time you read this, it will be too late, for I fear the car will have killed me.
Joe
my God, he's keeping a man in that aquarium.
Joe had great penmanship. Excuse me, I was reading the mail.
Joe. It was Neil Agar that kicked your ass. That's right, Neil goddamn Agar.
I was in town.
Consider it an honor.
But when I got over the shock, all I could think
These
of
doves are now doves of war.
The rest is history.
How'd you meet?
I drive a truck at the cannery. We met at Herm's bar. He used to come in there a lot before we settled down.
Where were you?
He doesn't come so
Murger
much
was
anymore.
killed? At Herm's, honest. I've got witnesses.
Married life.
I was supposed to see Henry tonight, but he telephoned and called it off. I was angry. I was hurt.
So you went over to Herm's.
Not as hurt as Dr. Murder was. He got run over by a car.
You don't have any idea where Murger was tonight? None at all.
He wasn't with a man. He was with a girl.
Dr. Murder got run over by a Chevy.
What'd she look like?
I don't know. It was too dark. She was driving his car, that's all I could make out.
You're sure, Joe?
Well, what the hell
You
you
made
gonna
out
make
with
me
the
notice
car?
in the first place?
Hey, tell me something, will you? Could he make it with a woman?
No way.
I think Mike is getting worse, Russ.
Mike. Stay with us, Mike.
Hello.
Mind if I join you?
Please.
They call me Dr.
How are you,
Hate.
Dr. Harris?
Susan will do.
This movie brought to you by Coca-Cola, which paid a small fortune to make sure
Where is
Pepsi was
everybody?
prominently shown.
Locked in their rooms, I shouldn't wonder. Being thrilled at the latest chapters of the Phantom of the Room morgue.
And you?
Well, I deal in principles of geometry, trigonometry, as in survey. I'm afraid, abstraction.
That sugar
is more
looks
Dr.
delicious.
Williams' line, not mine.
I seem to crave nothing but sweets of late.
It's too bad.
What's too bad about it, Herbert?
Well, you know, that's very bad for your appetite. You see, I was going to ask you if you would have dinner with me tonight. I mean, that is, if you're free.
Oh, I'm quite free, as a matter of fact.
Just about everyone's dead. Of course
You
she's
will?
free.
Well, I must admit that since the curfew, Peckham's been more boring than usual. But I don't see why that should apply to us. Do you?
No.
I mean, as long as we're discreet.
We are above the law.
Great.
Discreet
Then I'll
is
cook
my
you up
middle name.
something extra special.
Creepy discreet. It's a family name.
But as far as you know personally, Grabowski wasn't having an affair. He didn't have anything going on the side. No scuttlebutt around here.
Well, there was a
Well, there
rumor
was
about
some
Julie and
scuttlebutt a
him,
couple of years
just
ago,
a
but then
rumor.
everybody took shots for it, and it pretty much went away.
How well did you know murder?
Oh, how well did anyone know murder? An introverted recluse. What can I tell you?
You,
I saw an
going to
introverted
Grabowski's
recluse
funeral
once. It was in my
Yeah.
shoe. I was afraid that it was going to bite
Well,
me.
he was a fine scientist. That'll be the little woman. Call her ESP.
You have a midget? And you didn't tell me before?
Hiya, darling. See? Now listen, I've got a summary.
There are a
of my
whole of
cover
5 people
operations
left in
tacked up
town.
on
Of course he
board,
knows who
so,
the hell called him.
I'm afraid I'm going to be nosed down and ass up for another couple of hours, so, curfew. For God's sakes, Nora, you're an eternal
Infidelity is
pessimist.
humorous.
Now, what should happen? Listen, darling, I gotta run. No, don't wait up, okay? Yeah, tell me later. Mm-hmm. Yes, I love you, too.
In a totally legal kind of
I
way.
gotta know where you are every second.
My wife had me GPS track.
Where are you off to?
I'm meeting Julie Zorn.
Oh, cute girl. She'd only let
I had
her
to see
hair
the
down.
wizard.
Much too serious. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
We're about to explore the Antarctic and see what's beneath all that ice.
Yeah.
I bet it's the Mountains of Madness.
Ancient frozen aliens.
There. Seems to be working all right. Now, tell me again what it is you're looking for.
I don't know. It's just something Peter said. We're dropping like flies. It's just a long shot. Let's go.
Insects outnumber in species all the rest of the animal kingdom. Insects represent the highest grade of evolution among invertebrate animals, not only in terms of their complexity of structure, but also in their psychic development.
No. I said I wanted to see a sex film, not in-sex film.
So how long has your house been on fire?
You mind if I smoke?
No, I'm allergic to cigarette smoke.
Oh, well, just a bad
Sure you
app-
wouldn't like some dessert?
No, I don't think so. See, I've got to watch my,
Just a taste?
well, just,
At this point, watching your weight really isn't going to help.
Mike, stay with us, Mike.
That's good.
Another taste?
No touch. Stay with us, Mike. Hold it together.
You're okay, Mike. Remember, it's just a movie.
The visual organs of insects consist of compound eyes. The entire image an insect sees, consequently, is a mosaic made up of as many units as there are facets to the cornea. Multiple
This is so hot.
Throughout the
So when an
entire
insect sees Justin Bieber, he actually sees thousands of Justin Biebers.
Dear God.
One minute warning.
The complete metamorphosis of the insect to its adult state occurs within the pupa. Finally, the worker bees tear open the milky white pupa, allowing the queen to emerge. Here, the queen has been marked with a red spot. The survival of a hive depends upon a fertile queen. Many queens are developed until one can be made fertile.
Does this red spot make me look fat?
During her lifetime,
I think Mike is
queen
getting
will lay up to
unhealthily
20
interested
million
in this footage, Russ.
Mike.
All right, I'm gonna shut the system down, see if we can't bring this thing to a close here. Hang on, everybody, brace yourself. We just gotta. There you go. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'll hold.
Well, how did they say if it was going to wear off? Or
I'm
when?
on hold.
Is there at least nice music? Or is it just blank?
It sounds like somebody shot a calliope.
Oh.
So, how was your holidays, Russ?
Good. No, there was one holiday party that I never really got around to get to. So.
Oh, yeah. About that. Sorry. Oh, wait. No. Yeah. I think about 30 minutes ago. No, he's buzzing. Buzzing. like
Doing a bit more than that.
buzzing with a Buzzing. No, he's not pregnant. Look, I'm pretty sure he's not pregnant. He is a he, I think. Anyway, yeah, no. I'd say probably an 8. Maybe an 8.5. Yeah, the hat size. No, it was already huge. It looked like he had a cantaloupe on his shoulders. So, yeah, no.
When will it wear off?
Look, do you know when? No. Yeah, well, maybe. What does Twinkie filling have to do with it? Look, okay, I don't. All right, I'll hold again.
Oh.
Yes, no, I'm here. Can you tell us? I'm pretty sure he's under 50. More than 13. Mike.
Hello, Mike. Over here.
Your virginity, too. I'm almost certain that he has at this point. I've seen things at conventions that no man should have to see. Yeah, no. I'll hold.
Well, this is fun.
Yeah, no. Oh, hold on. Wait. I'm being transferred.
Progress, perhaps?
No, I don't need technical support. And I'm back on hold again. Well, I don't see why we can't keep doing the movie, at least, until this. So, if they answer the phone, we'll just... we're going to put them on speakerphone here, and then... So, alright.
We should probably see if Mike is... Mike! We're going to be doing the movie again. Pretty girls! Come on! Okay, I think we got him.
Alright.
It depends upon a fertile queen. Many queens are developed until one can be made fertile. During her lifetime, a queen will lay up to 20 million eggs.
I wonder how many eggs Freddie Mercury laid. Oh, hey, I got an idea. Hold on a second. I'm gonna just, I just gotta... Okay. There. I'm, amplifying the audio from Mike's side and translating from B to English, so we should be able to hear Mike make fun of the movie again.
Ah, that'd be a good idea. I don't know why you took my glasses off. I can't see a damn thing now.
No touching. No touching.
It's not in my contract.
No, you do not touch the queen.
Look, do you want this to happen or not?
I kind of don't want this to happen, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I'm really not particularly... Oh god, it's like she took his shirt off, but he's still wearing a sweater!
Examples of the female killing the male during mating are numerous.
That's not an insect at all!
Here, the black widow awaits the arrival of her mate. And if the male upon sexual contact is not extremely nimble, his fate is sealed. The female praying mantis not only kills the male upon mating, but even proceeds to devour him. Similarly, the queen bee mates
Yeah,
in
she
mid-flight.
does.
Let me run my fingers through your back hair.
I get the feeling somebody's about to join the Mile High Club. I may have to clean that video footage up to see whether or not we could see a nipple there. I mean, purely for academic purposes. Oh, we definitely can see him here, though. I remember now why we cut all of this scene out when we showed this at conventions. Because it was nudity, and it was kind of disgusting. I stand by my, it's the 70s, just pretend it's two Wookiees going at it. And I'm pretty sure his chest hair verifies my argument.
Is this it? Are we having sex now? Is this sex?
I'm done. Sorry.
Was it good for you?
Actually, that would save his life, wouldn't it? Thank you, movie. We really wanted to see his smallpox vaccine scar.
That's right. Invasion of the B-Girls leaves absolutely nothing to the imagination. Even the stuff you really, really wish it had left to the imagination. I would just like to remind the good people viewing this that these censorship blocks are brought to you by Hypochondriaco. 1 out of 5 test subjects approve. That's right, Hypochondriaco, strong enough for a man, made for a genetically engineered lab rat.
Oh, your hands feel like sandpaper. Oh. Is he drooling? Ew!
That must be so terrible for her, having to see all of those versions of his chest hair. Well, I'm turned on. How about you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Mrs. Klein,
Yes?
your husband is in grave danger. He can't come to the phone.
Yeah, it turns out he can't really come at all. But
Just do exactly as I say, or you won't ever see him alive again. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's some sort of social pattern here, but I just can't figure out what it is. Professor Norstadt's the head of the etymological department here, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's away in Europe. Susan Harris is acting head while he's gone.
Speaking of head.
Thank you. I want you to go on home.
But...
No buts. We've done enough for one.
no buts, not on the first date. You're in a movie, Neil. This is your scene. You're supposed to be Oh, yep. All right. Walk over to the other side. That's a good actor. Who's a good actor? Oh, who's a good actor? That's right. After only 3 minutes, Neil Agar has found the button.
This is Neil Agar, State Department Security. I'd like to speak to Dr. Harris, if she's there, please.
This is Dr. Harris. I'm sorry, but I'm very busy right now. Would you please come back during
Do you want extra jack sauce with that?
No, it's quite important that I see you now.
All right.
You could supersize it for $1 more.
I'm pretty sure she does actually want extra jack sauce with that.
Didn't I just watch a video about bees?
Hello, Dr.
You're
Harris.
just wearing a lab coat, aren't you?
Look, I have a few questions.
You oddly reek of old man sex.
We're in the middle of a very important experiment.
It reminds me of my uncle, and it makes me sad and
Norstad and I.
uncomfortable.
Oh, well, then he's here?
He's in London at an entomological society convention. I'm working from his notes.
Oh, I see.
From his what?
Look, Mr. Agar, I'll answer anything
From
you like.
his
Just
notes.
please be as brief as possible. I'm in the middle of an experiment.
Dr. Harris, how many times does a queen bee mate?
Only once,
The rest are just practice.
Just once?
and only to reproduce. Once accomplished, she never mates again.
Yes, thank you, Doctor.
Neil angry, tree pretty. Bee bad. Ugh.
Well, that was pretty pointless.
Oh, you want an expert opinion?
And she has officially gone into Batman supervillain camera mode.
Careful, that place is full of danger radiation. The most dangerous kind of radiation.
As opposed to the completely normal safe radiation.
Calm down, it'll be all right.
We're just gonna give you a makeover. I mean, you really need one.
Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry I overreacted. I don't know what came over me.
It certainly wasn't Neil Agar from the State Department.
So, wait, she just ran over to the research department wearing nothing but her nightgown?
I would like to remind the good people watching at home once again that the blurring of naughty bits here is brought to you by Hypochondriaco. Side effects or superpowers, you decide.
Well, they've started the sound effects tape.
Activate the Smurf Ray.
She's becoming a Navi.
Thanks for the artsy shot. Looks like they're covering her in marshmallow fluff.
That sounds delicious.
Actually, it kind of does. You know, it's nothing as cool as that. So, you think she officially counts as naked at this point anymore? I mean, yes, okay, so you can still see nipples, but they are covered in white goo.
Didn't they have a recently at CES this woman who was just had body paint on as one of the exhibits?
I don't know. I'm turning the thing off.
Hey, wow, now she's suddenly wearing a bald cap.
You know, her version of the Medusa ray is a lot slower than the one Dr. Frankenfurter was using. Then we put the woman in the easy bake oven and we set it at 250 degrees for 3 hours.
Now, we have one already set aside that we baked earlier.
Listen. Listen to the song of my people.
So, what's the buzz? Tell me what is happening.
Apparently there's a party. A smorgasbord. Free flesh for everybody.
I actually feel really sorry for these poor bees, you know, that had to die in the making of this movie.
The ones that died were the lucky ones.
You're probably right.
It's really just a giant orgy when it comes down to it.
Take the picture! Take the picture! Really gonna go.
That's right. Science! So, if they covered a normal person in this gelatinous mixture and then released the thing full of squirrels, for instance, and then fired whatever it was at them, would they get squirrel powers?
That's what I'm getting out of it.
May have to look into this.
Yeah, but it only worked in the 70s. Ran out of danger radiation.
Oh, damn it. Those aren't mine. I think those are coming from... They must have gotten out of the containment chamber in the movie. She really likes that equipment. She really likes her own equipment. She really likes being a Smurf. $1.21 gigawatts to the hoo-ha! Goddamn bees!
Oh man, these compound eyes are going to take forever to get used to.
Yeah, you'd think that Captain Peters would have picked up on the fact that, like, all of these women, upon leaving the Brand compound, kept repeatedly crashing their cars because they couldn't figure out how to drive.
Then again, they were woman drivers to begin with.
Yeah, she really likes that piece of equipment, whatever it is. And she still really likes her own equipment. And she's gone blind!
With science!
Industry!
Men doing things with tools!
I think there's been too much of that going on.
Speaking of tools, here's Captain Peters.
So I'm breathing.
You still able to recognize him as Herb Klein?
Positively.
I'd recognize that wool sweater anyway.
Feel like coming along?
No, you take care of it. I'll be at Brent.
That's like the least serious blockade I've ever seen.
Maybe they're getting ready for a Mexican road rally.
Hey, what's the trouble?
Military quarantine, sir.
You mean I can't get through?
Orders are to seal off the entire community, sir.
But this is... Hey, listen, I've got the chair of seminar at UCLA this
Oh,
afternoon.
it's break time, guys. Hang on a second
Oh,
here.
this is ridiculous. Who
I'm
wants
getting
this
a call in on my phone, so maybe this is the answer we've been looking for.
I hope so, jeez.
And we're out. Hey. Okay, yeah, no. I think it started to wear off. He's starting to turn back into a... He looks sleepy now, if anything.
At least he's humanoid again.
Yeah, he's mostly back in... Yeah, a little bit like Meatloaf. The singer and the food. I mean... Yeah, I know. His name was Robert Paulson. We've been... I'm on hold again.
Well, at least it's wearing off. Mike! Are you okay? Can you speak again?
Yeah.
Oh, can you see the pill bottle in front of you? Yes. Just
it's time for
No,
pills.
just toss it over your shoulder. It's a ball. It's actually a ball. You want to toss it over your shoulder. It's fun. There you go. Yeah. Good boy.
Hey, baby.
No, back over here. Don't go get it.
What are you wearing?
Yeah.
Come back over here.
Oh.
Good.
I wasn't aware Hypochondriaco had such informal regulations as to what their call center people could wear. That does sound rather comfortable. Oh, yeah. That's right.
I wish I had some keys to jingle.
Oh, yeah.
Just over here. Ooh.
All right.
So,
I'm no longer on hold with their help department, but I appear to have been transferred to Hypochondrico's sex phone line.
Ah, okay.
I'm going to want to take this.
Is it any good?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do have a 6-foot Venus. His name is Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I feel dirty now. And not in a good way dirty.
Oh my.
Let's go back to the movie. Which is once again brought to you by Hypochondrico.
Mike, stay over here, buddy. Stay over here.
I am so good now.
Hypochondrico. The innovators of awesome.
Ooh.
Anyway, back to the movie.
Hey, what's the trouble?
So this guy works for the government, but he doesn't know that the government quarantined them?
Hey, listen, I've got the chair of seminar.
Maybe they sent him a text message, but cell phones won't be invented for another 20 years.
This is ridiculous. Who ordered this cordon?
That is like the most inconveniently placed fence ever.
And I do mean come in.
Yes, come in. Come in.
Coffee, tea,
Coffee
me.
or juice?
Oh, no, thank you. Actually, I've got some bad news for you, Mrs. Klein.
At this hour of the morning. That would be considered shameful.
And I prefer to be shameless myself.
Please.
Your husband is dead, Mrs. Klein.
Herb dead?
Yes, we found his body at the factory this morning.
Very
I'll be
tactful.
calling in about
Very
half
nice.
an hour to ask you to identify the body.
He's dead, Jim.
Well, I don't seem shocked, Captain Peters. It's only because his passing comes as no great surprise. Dear Herb never was what you would call a cautious man.
Are you a cautious man?
I'm sorry to be the bearer of such bad news, Mrs. Klein.
So her fingernail palace is flesh tone, I
Nothing
think.
else for me to do here. I better be going.
No.
Oh, I can find something for you to do.
Stay a while. Keep me company in my time.
Yes, it turns out that I've had an opening come up, and I was hoping maybe you could fill that opening.
Oh, Mrs. Klein.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I do not swing that way. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but you know.
Gay, straight, whatever it is that I got to tell you to get me out of here.
Are you sure you won't change your mind?
Nice plywood doors. Whoa, I still haven't gotten used to this.
And she hates it when he goes, but she loves to watch him walk away.
It's whisper quiet!
Can we turn the science down a little?
It is down!
If you give me a couple of hours, I'll be able to do some research on...
Just the man I want to see. Hey, Agar, what's with the SS troops?
It's beyond my control.
I've got to be at UCLA before 3 o'clock. You're the only man I can...
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm only the hero of this movie. I really can't do that.
Christ. Hey, Aldo, talk some sense into this man, will you?
Herb's dead, Stan.
What?
Like the others.
Oh, my God. Okay, Agar, give me one good reason why in the hell any one of us should stay in this place.
Calm down, Stan.
Just sit for a minute and listen.
You're the geneticist, aren't you? Can you cross
Well,
a
I've
man
seen
and a
things
horse?
on the internet.
You're asking me?
Yes.
I told you to get a centaur, mythologically speaking.
Like I said, I've seen things on the internet.
Bestiality. Come on, Agar, what's with the asinine questions?
Look.
Often.
Look, Williams, I'm serious.
Repeatedly.
Now, what about controlled mutations?
We're not ready or able scientifically to have the kind of controls necessary to alter the
In fact, that was the subject of the conference I was trying to get to.
There are meta-theoretical considerations to examine, and
Hey, with what we know now, it would still take centuries of trial and error.
Okay. Can you accelerate the process artificially?
Inconceivable!
maybe.
So all we need is we need some unobtainium and some atmospherium, and a large hadron collider, and science word, science word, science
Rearranging
word.
the cellular structure. Now
Hey,
then,
nobody's been able to do that before, except maybe Norstat and his goddamn bees.
Right. Right, exactly right. Norstat and his bees. Okay, I have a theory. And it's a wild one.
Not that I'm a scientist or anything.
Hey! Hey!
I'm not going back, Jim.
I need some help. Can one of you guys help me? Come on.
What's the matter?
I lost my keys. I can't find them.
Where at?
I lost my ability to act, too. I don't know where I put that either. Maybe it's in my shirt. Let me take my shirt off. Do you see my ability to act?
Let me give you a few pointers.
You're clutching at straws, Agar. That's not science, that's fiction. You can count me out.
Williams, don't be so damn rigid. Hey,
Being
I
rigid is the
advice,
problem
Agar.
we have
Go
at the
home.
moment.
Lie down. You're showing a strain.
there is an iota of credibility in your theory, you know.
Really, I would just sort of thought I was spouting gibberish.
You mean you'll help me?
What do you want me to do?
I want you to put
Make
all
it
the
sound real
analysis
good.
websites
Put some of those
and
big
send it
words
to
All
in it.
right. All right, I'll go home and put it on paper.
How soon?
Well, I'll rough out some notes and dictate it. Elvira will type it up for you before dinner. It'll be ready.
Great.
Oh, one other thing. If this forced mutation on the energy level that we're talking about...
You know, I don't know who the guy in the yellow shirt and the orange tie is there, but he's like the only person that no one in this movie has tried to sleep with, gay or straight.
What the hell is that?
It works like a camera. Mutated cells are infiltrated with a measurable degree of gamma radiation, which
So in
registers
other
on
words,
special
me at
photosensitive
conventions.
plates. Let's try it.
Whatever you say.
And I heard a voice from heaven saying, "Write, blessed
Huh,
are
I've
the
learned
dead
something
who
new
die
today.
in
I didn't
the
know
Lord
they
from
had
henceforth.
side-loading
Yea,
hearses.
saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, for their works follow with them. Behold, I tell you a mystery. We all shall not sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For we must all be made manifest before the judgment seat of Christ, that each one may receive the things done in the body.
And believe you
according
me,
to
that is
what he
going to
hath
be
done,
one hell of a
whether
long
it be
line.
good or bad. For we know that if the earthly house of our tabernacle be dissolved, we have a building from God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. inasmuch as it has pleased Almighty God to take from among us our beloved brother, we commit his body to the earth, ashes
Pollen
to
to pollen.
dust to dust, waiting the final resurrection of our Lord. Now may the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you and
Now
comfort
off to
you
Mordor
now
with you.
and forevermore. Amen.
Hail Satan! I mean, amen. Probably screwed it up on the end there.
Why did they even bother bringing the chairs? Nobody used them.
Stan.
Wop 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 wop.
Yeah, take it off. And by it, I mean 30 years.
You know, I don't know what it is, because I know she's probably not that old when we're actually seeing this movie, but she just screams like grandma to me.
I think it's the hair.
I know I've been a sexual bore, but I'd like to make it up to you.
Would you like some cookies, dearie?
That would excite me.
Oh, he wants cookies, all right.
Yeah, you're part B. It's not really that much of a challenge to, like, hey, a flower. And you'd be like, ah!
Whoa.
It's like, it isn't my birthday.
It's funny, no matter how grandmotherly she looks, he looks like 30 years older.
From life support, I want to die. Yeah, it's just the face, because everything else I'm, like, on board with, I guess. Maybe. But then I see that face and I'm like, it's one of the Golden Girls.
Blanche? I'm guessing Blanche.
Yeah, I think that's Blanche.
Definitely.
Is it actually Blanche? Because that would totally explain it.
No, I've seen Hollywood After Dark.
Yeah, it's not like this movie could afford an actual Golden Girl anyway. I mean, these are bronze, maybe at the very most.
Oh, she turned her eyes on way too early.
That was the wrong fetish to have in this situation.
I love how his first reaction is to just kill her.
Finally, my opening! I've been waiting years for this. Would you like to play some tennis, Julie?
Julie? Dr. Harris.
That I'm not wearing a bra.
And I'd like to explain. It's really very simple.
It's not really a discovery.
I don't think it's simple.
It's like, well, hey, hello there. Nipples.
But come to my office, and I promise you that when I show you, you'll be more than...
And how?
Well, you are pure evil, but all right. I'll let you take me into your lair.
Crossbreeding with other species produces a superior being. And it's a well-known fact that thousands of drones are produced for the express purpose of impregnation. They are ultimately slaughtered. Why, Dr. Harris, what are you doing here?
I've wanted to talk to you alone for some time now.
What about her?
I think that was the guy in the yellow shirt with the orange tie.
Yeah, it looked like him.
Yeah, I'd always wondered where that dead body just came from, and well, I know where it came to. But anyway,
So the entire town just waits at the down line.
Take that, right.
Can we go home and eat, Daddy? No, we're waiting for the quarantine to lift. But we have a house and food. No, quarantine, we gotta wait here.
Hold it right there. Hold it.
I bet they're like, man, I really wish we'd brought some lights at this point. So is radiation blue?
The dangerous kind is.
Maybe it's like, you know, the different colors of kryptonium.
Kryptonite.
Kryptonite, yes.
You fail at geek.
I wonder if they'll know that he's approaching because his own personal funk music starts overlapping their science noises.
Hammer time!
Nobody expects the Neil Agar Inquisition. My chief weapon is machismo.
Well, damn.
I love how he knew exactly where to shoot.
He's stealing the naked woman. Good man.
Oh no, the flux capacitor is overloading with molybdenum and science word, science word, science word.
Now our jungle gym is ruined.
Yes, let's just kill everyone.
The only way to win is not to play at all.
Mr. Agar, did you even try to arrest them?
The only reason that the orchestral singing is going on here is because if he hadn't interrupted, this would be the transformation scene, and they've just let the tape play. Melting. She has combination skin. It's gooey and runny. That's the only part of this you don't understand?
Something Harris didn't realize was that the radiation caused them to be sterile. So as a consequence, they were endlessly driven to repeat the mating cycle.
God damn. You got that?
Is she finished, Gum?
Oh, yeah, well, why don't you both go get some shut-eye? I can wrap up things around here.
Come on, I'll take you home.
Here you go. I hope I see you again sometime as a tourist.
Please.
Get the hell out of my town.
Yeah, I'm never coming back to this crap hole ever again.
It's it's really a basic tragedy that something can become so jaded so quickly. Like Susan Harris is a good example, you know, just stretching beyond all the imagination of vanity to the point where the mind is even functioning like in some kind of a plastic paradise, where nothing can really exist. It's like like to relax, for instance. I use self-hypnosis.
You're breaking the fourth wall, Agar.
Computer. If I tell myself I'm going to fall asleep at a certain time, I do, no matter what, and I wake up and I tell myself positive things. I mean, it's very simple to do.
God, she's still talking. She's following me. She's still talking. God damn it.
I mean, it's very easy to relax with self-hypnosis. I mean, your mind's a computer. You know, like, how many times have you tried to fall asleep just before you're ready to go out?
Yeah, come on over here. Yeah, come this way. Yeah.
Is their house pretty much all atrium?
I'm a firm believer in self-improvement. I mean, like, after what happened to me the other night, there's a perfect example. I'm never going to get caught off guard again. I'm going to take this course to improve my body and my mind. Either kung fu or karate or tai chi. I'll be able
Yeah,
to,
that's
in any
right.
given situation,
That's
to
right.
take someone like you and just
Agreement
put your right over my
noise.
shoulder. Just, no fair, no fair. You caught me off
Wasn't
guard.
she just assaulted similarly to this, like, just 2 days ago? Just saying.
Yeah, but see, that was on the hood of a car, and this is in a bed. It's a completely different circumstance.
Shut up.
Is this supposed to be a twist ending or something? Like the music is telling me what? Are we
It's telling me that they're ripping off 2001.
Well, yeah, no, I get that too, but what, you know, like we're watching bees have sex with flowers. What's I don't get it.
Well,
I don't have a problem with this. This is
Well, yeah,
this is
you
entertainment.
You're part B at this point, so it's really, you know.
Well, you know, she was, you know, sort of went through at least half of the process to become a bee woman, you know. She just didn't get to, like, the yogurt stage.
I'm pretty sure the yogurt stage is like 95% of the process.
True.
Be like, I went through all of the process to become a priest, in that I showed up at a church once for like 10 minutes, and I've got an all-black outfit. Oh,
it's over. Well.
Alright. So, I got a message from Hypochondriaco while we were on there. They sent me a text message back saying that this should go away within a week or two for Mike.
Oh, good.
And that as long as he stops taking the pills, that he should be fine. So,
You're not taking any more, are you, Mike?
I am going to enjoy some delicious...
Sounds good.
It's so tasty. This has got to be absolutely horrifying to be watching at home. Anyway, I think we can officially file the report on this movie. Let me just bring up the... calling this one closed. And, so, this has been Cinematic for the People.
Why does WikiLeaks...
What?